What?
We're going
No,
live.
they got rid of. Oh no, she pirated the video. You.
Yar.
What?
I was gonna post the RAR XD song.
Please don't.
I didn't even know there was a song.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
what
pretty
we're
fucking
talking
bad.
about.
Hey, it's made by Gargura.
that doesn't make it good.
No, it makes it great.
Anyways, we're live.
Oh,
Hello,
hi.
everyone.
Hello, live.
Pardon
I'm
us as we
Dave.
continue to shitpost just a little bit.
BluePopStream.
Yeah,
Long
I can't
weekend edition.
I want to say hello.
You know what I should do? I should record myself. Like I should record an audio clip of me opening a can, so that I can be like,
And then just soundboard it.
Green pop scream, green pop stream,
Green
click.
pop scream.
Green pop scream, click. Ah!
Anyway, man, as I said, we're still shitposting just a little bit.
If I mute my mic at any point, it's because I'm exercising, but I might not because I don't feel great. But if I mute my
Okay.
mic, don't freak out and be like, oh, why'd you mute your mic? That's why.
Well, guess she's dead.
No!
It's all good.
Roll death
Oh, yeah,
saving
she's
throw.
dead. Time to punt the frog into the sun.
Don't.
We are entirely joking.
I know.
No,
What the fuck? Overkill?
I typed in the
God damn
uwu
it.
thing, and that was the image that showed up in the first image in Google Images.
what?
People at home, you don't want to see what we're looking at.
I'm not sharing it.
Good.
What
Good.
the fuck?
Wait.
Please no.
Share it on your stream all you like. I don't give a fuck.
Can we go back to D&D now, please?
Back? We never
No.
arrived at D&D.
We were there for all of 2 seconds.
Guys, welcome everyone to Scourge of the Dragon Sea. We missed a week. I just admittedly was not feeling it. Didn't have anything prepped. And didn't want to improv. Love you all. Sometimes life is just busy as shit. That being said, hey guys, what happened 2 weeks ago?
We met
met
the
the
king.
And he basically said,
Uh-huh.
you have authority to go do the thing you were already going to do.
Well, bureaucracy also wasted a shitload of your time.
Eh. Our time is not...
I taunted my apparent rival.
That's true.
I got our boat fixed faster.
Did you? I don't think you
Yes.
did.
Yes, I did.
He said he would try.
No. There's no such thing as try. Do or do not.
Do not quote Yoda at us.
We're not in that universe.
Do not quote the old magics of me, which I was there when they were written.
I don't know about that.
Anyway, correct. Does anyone remember the king's name?
King.
No. Inspiration if you get his name. Inspiration for you and someone of your choice. If you get his full title as well.
All right, let me go load up the video real quick. I'm right
Nope.
back.
You got 5 minutes.
Oh, that's plenty of time. It's 5 minutes? You forget my Google powers.
I bet. Anyway,
My Google powers.
and was there anything funky about the throne room itself?
There was an anti-magic dome in it.
There's anti-magic field that stopped us from and you guys made me take my armor off.
Not your armor.
Just your weapon.
Well, my shield is my armor, so yes.
You didn't remove your shield, you removed the nozzle from it.
They just disconnected it.
The nozzle.
The nozzle
Remember
in
he has a
here!
fire-breathing shield?
Please do not stare directly at the nozzle. It's look, I think.
Yeah, so. And do I have any other funny? No, I don't have any other trivia questions to ask you. Cool. How's everyone doing?
I'm kind of laughing at the fact that the guy's name is right there in chat and no one answered you.
I thought that might be it, but I figured that was too easy, and I thought that was a different king.
That was a different king.
Then I was correct. Fuck you, Marcus.
No.
We're in call, not right now.
Why not? We're filming it. It's the best time to do it.
That would get us
No.
banned.
Could you put it away?
Nah.
When I'm finished. That's the line I don't know anyone gets. That's a Digimon Abridged reference.
No.
I got it.
Cool.
Are y'all done?
Hey, you're the one running the show.
You know that's only half true.
I just push the stream button and then whatever happens, happens.
All right. So
Well, come on, Monty. You heard the cats.
I'm doing my best. So you guys have long rested after that. Yeah. What are you guys doing in the morning? What's on the agenda?
How much time is left before our ship is done?
Yeah, good
You
question.
should find that out.
I initially said 40 days, right? Roughly.
I believe so.
Roughly, yeah.
Cool. Probably 20 days.
We need
Alright.
more work.
Okay.
Gotta
That's
go
it, I
looking
guess.
for work.
Is there any sign of the king actually expediting that number, or is it still as scheduled?
You have not heard anything.
Okay, fair.
I'm gonna go to
But-
tavern. I'm gonna go and look for jobs.
Yeah, I mean, 20 days sounds like enough time for us to get another side
I'm gonna go try
quest
and kill
done.
another giant.
This time they're water giants.
Yeah. You're gonna give
Those
him
are the
another
things that
buff.
ice giants are. Odin
Really?
hasn't succeeded in this world yet.
Mm.
Yeah, ice giants still exist. Still exists.
So we're gonna go fight an ice giant so we can go so he can add it to his sword. And now he has even more powers. Why not?
Sir, we are only level 9. I am choosing life instead of fighting that fucking thing. Thank you.
Ice giant? Ice giant's same CR as a fire giant.
Again, I am choosing life, sir. I learned what happened last time. Thank you.
No. Anyway,
Yeah, especially with the person who is the healer of the group not healing you.
ooh,
Didn't that contract get burned up or something?
Yes.
Exactly.
it did not get signed. Is the issue?
That's also.
Physical contracts are just manifestation of an agreement between two individuals.
Mhm.
What agreement?
So
Exactly.
There's no documentation to prove there was a conversation or an agreement.
Certainly not a series of videos.
check it out on YouTube.
What the fuck's a video?
I'm gonna pull out my cell phone and show it to him.
What the fuck's a cell phone? Anyway, put my other cell
My
phone.
patron gave it to me.
Why the fuck are you holding a sending stone in my face? That doesn't do anything.
So, actually, in the morning, when you guys, who usually wakes up first?
I would be waking up at dawn.
I think
That's a very good question because most of us here actually have things we have to do at the start of every day.
Yeah.
I think because Simon usually takes last shift for watch, he's probably accustomed to waking up early.
Oh, neat. So, Simon, you wake up, you come downstairs at the Shale's Rest. You, as you come down, still kind of groggy. You know, your feathers are still a little ruffled from sleeping, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
The bartender says, "Hey, we got a message or a delivery for you from someone who looked pretty important overnight." So they brought it down from the palace.
Yeah, we were there the other day.
And he brings up, like, sets on top of the bar, a wooden box, and on top of it is a scroll case.
Okay. I think I'm gonna wait till everyone else is gathered around so we can all examine the contents together.
All right.
You open it up, campaign ends.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
500 fucking fireballs go off with cliff of warning.
No,
It's just a fucking bomb.
come on.
Somehow the monk survived.
The only one of us has a chance of doing that. I don't have a
That's
vision
true.
yet.
That's true. You don't have a vision.
I counterspell the box.
Don't die.
You can't counterspell cliff of warning.
Anyway, yeah. As everyone wakes up, you see Simon sitting there, presumably eating breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And beside him is a fine wooden box with a scroll case sitting on top of it.
You got a delivery from the palace.
Cool. Is it important?
I would assume. I haven't opened it yet. I was waiting for everyone to come down.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
What can I get you?
Just a bit of
Bartender is doing the bartender thing of always polishing like one side of one mug.
Yeah, exactly.
Polishing the same glass forever.
Why are you always doing that? Well, if I don't do anything, it makes the bar look worse.
I'm always ready for someone to order a drink.
I just really like this glass.
What can I get you?
He's digging a hole through the glass with his...
I'm gonna order some breakfast and fuck it, mead. May as well.
All right. He immediately, like, from a keg nearby, gets you your mug of mead, and then goes in the back, brings out like a bowl of. It's probably just like porridge with like a slice of toast.
That sounds good though. Lots of
Yeah.
carbs.
The adventurers need their carbs.
I was tempted to do the "do I look like a fucking iguana to you" thing, but no. I'll eat it.
By the way, yes, you do.
Sir, that is racist.
Hashtag Dragonborn have tails.
I'm a red dragon.
Anyway, yeah. Once everyone's down, like breakfast all around.
Eggs.
You're welcome. Everyone has their particular drink of choice.
Sweet.
Why did Korath just yell eggs?
That's what I want for breakfast.
Oh, he doesn't have any eggs.
Well, Simon is right there.
No!
I'm gonna eat them while staring him directly into his eyes.
Simon is having a stack of buttered toast and a tall, cold ice water.
Fun.
I'm gonna also have porridge with honey.
So,
Yuri can't really decide. She asks for what the special is right now.
he gets you the same thing as everyone else.
Yeah, you get a porridge. You get a big bowl of gruel.
She
What?
is weirdly excited about this and really enjoys it.
Nice.
I sneak
Yeah.
up behind it. I tip in some salt into the porridge because it's very bland.
Oh. Alright,
Yeah.
well,
So,
once we're all gathered around the table, I open up the scroll.
in the scroll case, scroll. There's a scroll. Shocker.
Ooh.
You unroll it. There's a couple sheets of paper. One, there's a note in a very elegant hand that says, "Please find enclosed the letter of marque as promised by His Majesty King Norvin Darkmantle." Further, he believed these accessories would be useful to you and your party. And then signature from like who you assume to be some miscellaneous royal functionary.
Mm-hmm.
And that the larger sheet of paper is a very clearly like official document that says the bearers are entitled to blah blah blah. Like essentially, you can do piracy in the name of the king as long as it's against the king's enemies. Yeah,
is this scroll case like small enough to keep in a pocket, or is it like really big?
it would hold like an 8.5 by 11, approximately.
Okay, so I think Simon's gonna tuck the actual marked document back into the case and then pocket that to keep it on hand.
Cool.
And then shove the box into the middle of the table and then open it up and let's see what we got.
Inside the box are 5 pearl earrings.
Oh, 5 of them.
Yeah, I don't have.
That's not even a limited. That's not even a even amount of pairs. That's 2 pairs and 1 extra.
Realistic issue here, Montu.
So,
3 of us don't have ears. Maybe even 4. I don't know if Kiri has ears.
They're internal.
I never thought of it that way. Fuck.
She just sticks it in the side of her head like Monster Elisa Sue.
I put it in my ear hole.
It's like a blabberfish. Just
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
I would imagine that they have some sort of enchantment that like affixes them to where next to where your ear would be, and then
They
just
have
Magical
enchantment that
clip-ons.
bone
As soon as you put it
conduction.
next to your head, it forms an ear.
It's like they're like bone conduction headphones that just vibrates
That is
the sound
so
into you.
cursed, though. That is so cursed. Like a human ear just protrudes.
That's what I was about to
Simon's
say.
feathers on a human ear.
Ah.
Ears.
Yeah, just a human ear just appears wherever you put it.
So there's another little note in almost like a rushed hand that you think is like from an artificer or something. These are pearls of communication. In a previous game, I had a name that rolled off the tongue better. I don't remember it. I apologize.
These are literally link
Essentially,
pearls.
Pretty much. You stick it in your ear, and you can communicate telepathically with anyone else wearing a pearl of communication linked with the one you are wearing.
Oh, that's
You know, it
awesome.
says these 5 are linked, range of 1 mile.
Cool.
Who gave us these? Were they meant for
boy.
us?
They were gifts from the king.
I'm glad none of us had the message cantrip because it has been rendered useless.
So, my question is, if there's 5 of them, and it's usually 6 to a set, someone else has one of these and can listen to our conversation.
Or they just developed this set of 5 for us specifically. Or just like took 5 out of a bucket of them and matched these 5 to each other.
Press X to doubt.
How
Yeah,
would you
I
know
think
that-
it's very strange that there is one missing.
A better question.
It's
How
not
would you
that
guys
there's-
know that there would be 6 to a set?
It's not that there's
Because
one
I wouldn't
missing.
hear.
That would be
These
pairs,
aren't
yeah.
designed to be in pairs.
Swear to that have the same effect.
These are not designed in pairs. They're
Hear your
designed to
own
be
thoughts.
networked with an. The fact that these 5 are linked together establishes that any number of them can be linked together. It doesn't necessarily require pairs.
So do each of us wear one earring then?
Yes,
You know what? Someone give me an Arcana check.
I'll do it. I'm the
Really
Arcana
shit
boy.
right the fuck up, likely.
Christ.
You only need to wear 1.
Yeah. This is just me and my FF14 coded brain.
Arguing, though. That is not what I'm saying.
So then what would lead you to believe that there would be a 6th?
Yes.
The box, it's not like this is a box with like 3 rows that each have 2, 2, and 1. And then it's just like, what the hell? It's like a box that has 5 of these like in a line. Like the box is roughly the same dimensions as the scroll case was. And it's like earring, 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 earring.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I don't know what would lead you to believe that there is
It's
a missing
because of
one.
his choice of saying the word pair.
As in, like,
It's like
they're,
Bluetooth.
the 5 of them are Bluetooth paired to each other in a network.
Yes, as someone who understands tech, I know that that is not what the word pair means, but
Yeah.
I can understand the confusion.
Simon pulls a whiteboard out from around the corner and draws a diagram showing the 5 of them linked to each other in a circle.
And and then I take a marker and I draw a sixth one exactly 1 mile away and pointing them all in that direction. Look, see, I can draw too, asshole.
Simon kicks the whiteboard out the door.
Okay, let's look at this rationally. We are sailors. This has
No,
a
you're
range
right.
of a mile. How
You are
much do you realistically think they're going to hear?
100% agree with you. I'm just saying, security
You can
risk.
go, I don't
That's all.
care.
Security risk. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, well, do these, since I just did my Arcana roll, do these have a way of detecting who else is on the network, or like just hear which other pair are
Network.
listening? You know what I mean?
They're on a Wi-Fi router.
The 5 of them are linked to each other. Call it whatever you want.
These devices. There is no admin menu to view all connected devices.
Oh my god! It just like, sort of our line menu appears.
I pull up my crystal and pull up the pairing menu.
So
I'll
if I
take
put
one,
this-
but I don't know where I'm gonna put it yet, so I just stick it in my pocket.
I put one on my ear, on my left ear, and he puts one on his right ear, and we fuse together.
God damn it.
No, I'm not doing that.
You gotta do a special dance too. Can I get performance checks from both of you?
No. It's either, you don't need to do a dance for the earrings.
The earrings just automatically happen and it's
Yeah.
done. The dance
The
is a
fusion
separate
dance
thing.
is a different technique.
Oh, for fuck's sake, guys!
Anyway,
I wouldn't consider myself a Dragon Ball fan, but I at least know the mechanics of fusion.
it's been so long. It's so fucking long. I just know that there's a dance and there's the earrings. That's all.
Yeah, the Gogeta earrings, and then there's
Two separate
the
kinds of fusion.
Vegito dance.
It's hilarious that like there's 2 different ways to fuse the same 2 dudes and it gives you a different result.
It's because one way.
I'm pretty sure Vegeta was
is-
the earrings and Gogeta was the dance.
Oh, you're right. It was the other way around. It's because the dance takes the right side as primary, and the rings are the left side of the primary.
That part I did not know.
Yeah.
The really stupid
Cool.
part is when you know that the mechanics of each one means one is always going to be stronger than the other.
Correct.
Anyways,
I take an earring and I eat the rest of my food and I head off to the church to do morning prayers.
Cool.
Since
You
I
head
have
off to the
plenty of
church?
time to waste.
Cool.
I would like to go back
Can I
to the
search in
library
my,
and
can Curie search in her bag to find a chain to put the earring on and wear it as a necklace instead?
You're banned from the library.
I
You're
was
not
gonna
allowed.
I was gonna say I would like to go back to the library and continue researching, but I'm banned, so I can't do that.
There are other libraries.
I
There
thought we
are
had just,
other libraries. You're right.
I thought we had just agreed to go find more work, and now y'all are scattering to the winds to do downtime stuff.
I'm not doing downtime stuff. I'm praying to my God.
We can do multiple
You know
things.
where I am. You can come get me when you find work.
I was just saying what I would
I
like
mean-
to do, but I can't, so we can do the
Also, you now have walkie-talkies.
yeah.
That's true. I have talkie walkies.
Again, we haven't covered how the 4 of us are going to be wearing these items, sir.
I'm putting mine. I'm just gonna put mine like as a nose ring. Yeah.
No.
Kiri asked you if
It's
wearing
a
one
tongue
on a...
ring.
Necklace
Yeah, no.
works.
If Curie could wear it as a necklace.
Okay, cool. I'll put that on my chain too.
Cool.
What does Kai
This
do?
is. We gotta test these. We have to test these out, guys.
Puts it on his turtle shell.
This is like Monster Hunter decorations.
Inside his ear hole.
Oh God.
Puts it on his eyelid.
I'm just picturing like all the energy of a child sticking a marble in their ear.
With a bead in the nose.
That too.
Uh,
Anyway,
the crayon eating energy is real.
There's a crayon in my brain. Points at nose.
Simon,
Yes.
as all of this discussion is happening and people are like low-key arguing about things, you hear a voice in your head in a now familiar feminine voice that says, "When you are alone, we need to speak."
Huh? That wasn't any of you guys.
I'm going to assume it's not coming from the
Simon
link.
hears it.
It's not coming from the link pearl.
No.
Okay.
If out of
If anything,
character,
it's
it's
going
your
to be
bow,
bow.
dude.
No,
It's
I
your
know,
bow, man.
I know. But like, we just put communication devices in our
Valid.
ear, and I immediately hear a voice. So I'm like, sixth person on the network after all.
I was right.
My bow god can now tap into our network.
It's like that. It's like when you get like the old school cordless phones where you can pick up other people's baby monitors with them.
Gosh. I mean, like, kids' walkie-talkies, by the way, are just like, you can't change the frequency, and they're all just like open frequencies.
Yeah, there's open frequencies. Yeah.
So like the ones that my kid has, we have absolutely just heard a random voice come through them. I read a story online. Sorry for the tangent, everyone. But this is a funny story and also a cautionary tale to all parents out there whose kids have walkie-talkies. But story on the Daddit subreddit about a guy who was like playing with the walkie-talkies with his like 4-year-old daughter. And then all of a sudden they heard a third, like a male voice say, "Hey, you should not be on this channel with your kid. This is a construction site's like admin channel."
Oh my
Like,
god.
all of the guys in the like heavy equipment are on this channel to talk to each other. It's like, "Oh, we can't change ours." Like, I will do what I can to get everyone to swap. Just be careful in future. They didn't hear anything else.
Or
so,
were they just
I
like
must be on
swearing?
I mean, eventually, it was like 9 in the morning, so they're just getting to site sort of shit. But like,
Yeah, it's like it's construction working. You mean the first thing it would say is "fuck this."
I
You know,
just-
like it's be the
I just imagine like the kid playing with like blocks, screams into the walkie-talkie, "I'm gonna knock it over!" Construction crew starts screaming.
Oh my god.
Oh god, no! What does this button do? And then the fucking crane
Anyway.
explodes.
anyway, to open us back around, Simon, yeah, she says, "When you're alone, we need to speak."
Simon just like nods, assuming that they can sense that.
Simon's eyes
Whoever is
roll to the back
still
of
at
his
the
head.
table- Whoever is still at the table, Simon just randomly nods.
Since we were all just bickering about something, anyone who just said something is gonna assume
Valid.
he's agreeing.
I,
Yeah.
I'm just like shaking my head and making sure the earring doesn't fall out.
Simon's
Yeah.
head his eyes roll behind the back of his head. Okay, I'm alone now.
No, he just spins his head all the way around.
Jesus.
Is he
Oh
like-
god, wait.
Is
Hold
Simon,
on, did he actually do that?
wait, is Simon an owl? What
I
the
am
fuck
half
is
owl.
His
Oh my
like mechanical
God.
race is owlet.
this?
I
I
now
hate
picture
this.
someone walking into the inn and him just doing that and terrifying them.
You know, if I could do that, I would have like little sticks. I would put little sticks into my pocket, so when I do that, I make crunching noises.
Because Simon's only half owl,
Like I
and
snapped my neck.
because Simon's only half owl, I envision that he can only turn his head like a third of the way around instead of fully backwards.
Fun fact, owls actually can't turn their heads any better than any bird can.
They just do it more.
It's an optical illusion caused by the way that their head looks. I found that out at a workshop at High Park recently.
Oh fuck!
Hmm.
That's so funny.
Anyway, yeah.
Exactly.
We're not gonna get to leave the inn today, are we?
Well, he already did.
Had shit prepped, damn it. Oh, fuck.
It's
Anyway,
not funny a second time.
so what's everyone doing?
Finding work.
Yeah,
Cool.
we're gonna find work.
I'm gonna go look for that
Finding
other
work
priest
stuff.
from that other religion, and I'm gonna beat the fuck out of them.
I mean, you can attempt.
I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna take off the hockey gloves and fucking beat the shit out of
I don't want this one.
No.
Where's my bolos? Not here. Cool.
I am going to laugh if this one actually has a positive strength score.
There's a bolos. So, you are looking for Destrian de Grey. Correct? Correct.
Yes. Sorry, I was looking for names.
Cool. Are there any cleric bullshit in the back here? I don't think so.
He's a priest of getting swole.
No, that's not. No!
That's the
The
Lathanders.
Swole are on the other
Point
side of the
over there.
goddamn
That's
ocean, dude.
That's the Lathanders. I made that mistake last time.
It's a cleric of Tiamat.
Yeah.
You know, someone who prides all of their people on strength.
Which I initially pulled out of my ass, and then it turns out that's fucking true. All right. Yeah. Sounds good. So, you find Destrian. He is over at the shrine to Tiamat. He's the only one by the shrine to Tiamat. There is a human at the shrine to Bahamut as you walk in.
I'm gonna go.
Your
I'm gonna
best
go
friend?
pray. I'm gonna pray.
Oh, I should ask, have you ever statted out that sword for me? Because I still don't actually have that.
Oh shit, I have not. I keep forgetting. My bad. Should have done that today. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna start. Sorry about that. I'm gonna go start my prayer. Keeping an eye out on the other cleric. And if they do anything, I am going to throw hands.
Okay. Well, as you are praying to Bahamut, the top of your altar just starts to like shake, just like the very minor tremors across it. You recognize this as the thaumaturgy spell. You recognize it because it is on your spell list.
Yeah. I'm gonna stare daggers at the and see if they're the one casting it, because it is a vocal spell. I'm pretty sure.
For clerics that cast by praying, which he was already doing.
They still like their spells still operate on the same.
Yes, it
They
is
still
a
have
vocal
some spells
component,
that
yes.
are not vocal component spells. He by the time you look, the tremor has stopped.
Ah,
And
good.
it looks
good.
like he is returning to his was looking away from his prayers, and is returning to them now.
I'm gonna walk up to him. the look of concern on your face when I said that.
I mean, I've already killed you once, so. He says, you as you're walking up, you hear, his prayers are generally like either blessings or hopes or whatever in groups of 5. Unless you hear, the strength to smite my enemies is the end of like the set of 5 he is just finishing up as you approach.
I respectfully but firmly put my hand on his shoulder.
Ooh.
And I lean in.
Yes, can I help you?
All right. Now I understand that you have beef with me. And I understand that you do not like me. And I understand that you do not like the religion that I have chosen for myself. But punishing other people for believing in a religion that you do not believe in, and attempting to ruin another person's prayer while they are praying is not cool. And if I see you doing anything like that again, I will make it my personal mission to make sure you never be able to do that again.
I'm sorry, did something happen?
I've said my piece. And I walk off.
All right, then.
I walk out. Gone. Leave.
You leave. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Neat. He returns to his prayers as far as you are aware.
Okay.
What's your perception again, sorry?
Natural perception?
Yeah, like without making an active check.
Passive perception.
13.
13? Cool.
Yeah.
So wait, sorry if I missed something. Was that Destrian or was that just a rando?
That was him.
Destrian. Yeah, it was him.
That was absolutely Destrian.
Okay.
Korath has levied a pretty hefty threat against his rival.
Yeah. But see, the threat isn't a threat of like, oh, you've angered me, because the reason why I said it was that there was someone else that was praying there and he was messing with them. Now, I don't care if he messes with me. I don't give a fuck about that. I give him fuck about him messing with other people's prayers. That's
Gotcha.
why I was saying it like that.
Gotcha.
I don't give a fuck if he messes with me. Messes with other people praying? Nah. Not fucking with that.
I love how you specifically used the phrase, that's not cool. It gave off the vibe
I
of like...
was gonna say something else, but then I was like,
It just evokes the vibe in my head of like a teacher trying to give a lesson to a student.
Yeah,
That's
basically.
no good.
That's not
no
cool.
Not cool.
Yeah, something like a scared straight lecture.
I'm glad you guys knew exactly
I
what
put
I
the
was
chair
talking about.
backwards and I sit on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, kids.
Hey, kids.
So you got detention from
you
God.
Pastor Korath here.
Oh God, no.
I mean, let's set aside that Destrian is a cleric of fucking Tiamat,
Yeah.
which is like diametrically opposed to Bahamut.
Absolutely. I understand.
That's the best kind of oppose.
I said my piece, and if I see him doing it again, the gloves are off.
He'll be in pieces.
Yeah, literally.
Widowy?
Widowy.
Excuse you?
Oh, God damn it.
Ooh.
Anyway. Yeah, cool. All right. I know Katsuro and Kiri said they're going to find work. Kai, I feel like it's been a while since you checked in on your the armor you were having made for the Slicer Beast, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Where's everyone headed to? Like, is that? Simon, are you leaving to try and find somewhere of solitude, or are you just kind of waiting?
I think what's happening with Simon is he's like getting ready to go out somewhere as everyone else is doing the same, but he's being a little slower about it than everyone. That way everyone else walks out before him and he can have a moment to himself with the bow spirit before he actually goes anywhere.
Cool. Sounds good. Awesome.
I'm going to assume that the mental conversation is an active thing that you have to choose to do, because I don't want to hear that conversation.
Correct. It is something you sort of like activate.
Good.
You don't just like always broadcast. You're not constantly hot micing.
Okay,
Trust me,
good.
you don't want people to do that shit. Anyway. Yeah. So as everyone else leaves the bar, Simon, you sort of like sit back down.
And I just like look around and make sure no one else is around.
Yeah. And then as you sort of like scan the room around you, everyone's a decent distance away from you. When you sort of like focus back forward, you see like the ghostly image of your patron sitting across the table from you.
Fun.
She says, Simon, there is something I need you to do.
I'm listening.
There is a woman in this city who needs justice, needs my assistance, and therefore your assistance.
Okay.
I can lead you to her. Her husband has taken their daughter. Will you assist in this?
I would be happy to assist. Is there any other information about them you can give me?
Speak to the woman. Again, I will guide you there. And you feel a gentle nudge toward the door at this point.
Okay.
Ah! Grabs you by the collar of your shirt and starts pulling you away.
Warlock of the slapstick, just like
yeah. Hulk comes from off screen and starts pulling you away.
All right, awesome. So Simon's heading off to that, and yeah, like her guiding you there, like it's not like you're seeing any signs or anything. It's just like you come to a crossroads or whatever, and you get a sense like, oh, I should go this way.
I was imagining like just standing at a crossroads and then just getting like shoved out of nowhere in a direction. all right, no pushing.
Okay, Kethro and Kier, you probably head into like a bounty board or something.
We were gonna go to the bar where we ran into that guy who gave us the last one.
Correct.
Yeah.
You head to the Golden Sheath.
Can I tag along with you, Katsuro?
Yeah, of course.
Kiri seems a little apprehensive about something. I think she still wants to talk to him about something he said. But maybe now's not the time.
You guys have a bit of a walk to go, so.
Oh. So there is time?
If you want, you guys could roll it out to see if he notices that in you.
Oh, okay, that's actually
time to have a conversation here. Yes.
Yeah.
That's...
So are you? I get it. Kiri is nervous.
Yes.
Okay. What's your passive insight, Katsuro?
I have a 5 in wisdom and I'm proficient in insight, so that's a 19.
Yeah. Okay. You can pretty clearly see, like, as you get walking, and she, once in a while, like at times she like hesitates, falls behind, and then catches back up to you, that sort of thing. Like, you can get that there's something on her mind.
Is something eating at you, little frog?
Katsuro, I don't know how to say this, but ever since that fight you had, what did you mean by someone who betrays their own people? Why did you say that about Korath?
What else would you call one who willingly serves at the feet of those who slaughter thousands of our kind?
that really what he believes in? I don't understand.
He worships a dragon.
Dragons, Dragonborn. I'm still so new to all of this. I only saw my first dragon, not that long ago. And I can't get that thought out of my head. There's so much in this world I don't understand yet. And I'm starting to wonder if... I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. Katsuro, this is nothing you have to worry about.
Of course it is. We're... I really don't know what to say in this situation. I'm sorry. I've lost everything to it. My brain just do a hard blank. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's not your fault.
Maybe something about like we're traveling companions, and I'm concerned if you have worries. That's where it felt like that was going.
Yes, actually.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make this awkward.
No, yeah,
No,
this is what
you're
happens with my
fine.
dad.
I just
Yeah.
did not have a response ready for that comment. That's all.
Yeah. Dragonborn were created as involuntary interns, unpaid interns.
That is a very
for
polite
Dragonborn.
way of putting it.
Correct. That is as far as I'm going to go with that right now. And then the Dragonborn revolted against and fought for their freedom.
Still are, technically, because we're from another world.
Yeah.
A world where Bahamut and Tiamat don't exist. And that means the dragons are working together. Fine.
Kiri's not hearing this, but I'm just imagining her as like that lady with all the numbers floating around her head.
Oh yeah. So basically, the short of it is, Korath, as a Dragonborn, who is a race of people who used to be slaves to the dragons, now worships a dragon, one of their former slave owners, and that's why Katsuro takes offense to that religion.
And also,
Okay.
like,
I have a response for this, but I am not there.
Yeah.
and also, why Kiri
I
is so
actually have been thinking about this exact conversation for weeks.
Yep.
no, and actually, why
Okay.
Kiri is so confused. Actually, I have an idea. Is it possible that Kiri can accidentally activate
The link
the
pearl.
communication pearl somehow because she brings Korath up and beams in her speech to both of them at the same time?
Happens. Go for it. Do it right now.
Okay.
To be fair, it would go to all five, the other four, all of them.
That's fine too. But no, she just sort of I want it to be an adventure. I have no idea exactly. I just sort of wanted to start new. I wasn't supposed to be like this. I'm. How much do you know about Grung, Katsuro?
I know little to nothing about most races, unfortunately. I've lived in a monastery my entire life.
I guess that's true. It's not that hard to explain, to be fair. I mean, I could go into details, but really, I'm orange. I'm supposed to be an important part of my tribe. I'm supposed to be spiritually inclined. I'm supposed to be not this. I was supposed to stay. I was supposed to be important, but I didn't want to, and I'm scared that I'm somebody who betrayed my people as well.
Kiri, you choosing to take your own path in life is not anything even remotely similar. to that situation. And to be entirely honest, I really shouldn't be as hostile to Korath as I am. But there are other reasons beyond just the religion thing.
I just don't understand. Korath, I mean, he can be a bit abrasive, but he's always been kind to us. And yet, what you're saying, it doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. And I'm really confused. I feel like I'm really naive, and I'm sorry.
Aren't we all in different ways?
Anyone else can chime in here if they wish to.
Yeah, she is
Totally.
broadcasting this through the thing,
Yeah.
so you all hear her. At least
I
her
didn't want to
side.
interrupt. I didn't want to interrupt.
Unintentionally, yeah.
I think Simon's just like, I shouldn't be hearing this. I'm not going to say anything.
That's fair.
You know, after hearing all of this, I'm saying this in my earring. You know, after hearing all of this, I do have to say that I understand Katsuro's situation, but also he doesn't understand mine. And I guess I should talk about a little bit of my backstory before we continue, because I haven't talked much about it. When I was a kid, me and my mother were walking away from a thing that we were doing. I don't remember what it was, but my mother was mugged and severely hurt by this mugger, and I don't remember much. All I remember is that this man showed up and saved her and saved me from certain death. And that man was a priest of Bahamut. And ever since then, I decided that I would dedicate my life to whatever he needed, whatever he wanted. And I grew up in the monastery and in the I didn't say that out loud. Shut up. in the church, and dedicated my entire life, because without him sending this priest to save our life, I would not be there. I would not be alive. So I dedicated my life to protecting others as well and becoming a healer.
Did I just say all of that into the line?
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Accidentally dumped like what should have been a private message was actually into the group chat.
Whoops,
Yeah.
DM the group
Pretty
chat.
much. But,
Oh fuck! Oh god! I can't believe I DM'd the whole group chat.
Korath, that's you. Why? If that was so important to you, why didn't you tell Katsuro in the first place?
Because I tried, and every time that we had a conversation, he would get mad.
Kiri sort of gives Katsuro a bit of a look.
I
also,
really wish
yeah.
I could say this wasn't similar, but I can't.
So hey, if we're all using these brand new link pros to tell each other our backstories, the guy we're trying to kill is my former patron who also saved me from near death. Hooray!
I like how I made my backstory without knowing any of your backstories, and all their backstories are the same.
Guy saved us from almost dying.
No, actually, no. That's not true. Very not true.
I guess you
That
guys
is
know a
also
little
very
bit.
fair and common backstory.
You
in
guys
general.
know a little bit more about where I came from now, huh? I was kind of trying to push it into the background, but I think about it every day.
Q in the chat. Me pausing mid ice cream bite listening to all of this. You all need hugs.
Welcome to your average D&D party.
But after Korath has said all of his things, Katsura is going to say into the whole thing, but you don't protect people. You cry to your dad to protect them for you. And leave it at that.
Overkill gets a head bunk with love, says Kyo.
Are you
If
guys
you
still
think it's-
there?
I'm here. If
Yeah.
you think that's crying to my god and not asking for
The method
Anyway.
was not the point you were supposed to take away from the statement.
I feel like maybe you guys should not fight again. I understand what's going on here is really important, but if we're going to work together as a crew,
Oh no, I'm still working together. Just
That was Katsura actually trying to communicate a little better about why he has issue with with Korath.
man, you're gonna get so mad when I become a paladin.
I think that Curie is just really overwhelmed and is taking every possible red flag that they're going to start fighting again because she cares about both of them and does not want them to fight.
Mm.
You guys
I
are
would
gonna
Why
get
are
so
my
mad.
dads fighting?
I would not be angry with you, Korath. That's what I want you to do.
I like trains.
What?
The fuck is a train?
Hey,
I didn't
fuck
get
off! There are
anything
trains
again.
in this world, for fuck's sake!
How would you know? You haven't seen any.
Wait, you don't know there are trains if you haven't seen a train?
Yeah, wait, oh my god, I haven't seen a tree. I don't know trees exist.
A tree and a train. A tree is a naturally occurring thing. A train is not. Do not compare those two things.
It will be
You can't
hilarious.
tell if this is happening in character or not.
It would be absolutely hilarious for a cleric, someone whose entire life is based on religion, to make the claim that if I haven't seen it, it doesn't exist.
Well,
Yeah, but
have
my
you seen
god
your god?
exists.
I see my god in the actions of XYZ people.
Yeah.
Yoshi
I see
says,
my god when I heal people.
Yoshi
I have
says, Dad
only
and
met
Dad are fighting
two
again.
I have only met 2 Dragonborns in my entire life so far, and all I've learned is that you guys are freaking crazy!
It's weird that it happened
Congratulations, you have
twice.
met Dragonborn.
Yeah, I guess she didn't meet the tailor over in Okara. Yeah.
He
Black
was his
Dragonborn.
own brand of crazy. Okay, let's not forget.
But here's the thing. I don't mean that as an insult. If there's anybody here who's crazy, it's me. I was set up for life and I still left. Why am I even telling you guys this?
Did you want that life for you, or did you want the life you live now?
If I never left, I never would have met any of you. I wouldn't have seen the world. I wouldn't have tasted so many amazing things. I still worry about my village every day. I don't know if they're still looking for me or what. I don't know if they forgot I even exist. I don't know if they
Fallen in love
replaced
with
me.
dragons.
I don't know if they replaced me. I have no idea. I don't know what's going on there now. It was supposed to be a place I never left, and I did the one thing that was completely and utterly forbidden for me.
I mean, I'm sure there's ways we could check. We could send someone to check, or like have someone scry on it, or there's ways.
I mean, you know your father, yes? You could describe them to our druid friend, and he could scry for you to see how things are going.
Or you can just turn into it.
It would have been pretty amazing if I could show you him, but he's not really around. He wasn't when I left.
But I didn't mean your father directly. It could be anyone from the village, but I understand. I get it.
It's interesting you brought him up, though. Of all the people you could have named, you specifically went to my father. Maybe that means he's still watching over me. he did say he wanted what was best for me, and he I always felt that he kind of knew something I didn't about where I was going to end up in life, but it's not like I'm ever going to see him again anyway, you know?
He knew that you would find new dads.
Look, I may not be the biggest supporter of religion in general, but even I can't deny that there is, in fact, afterlife, so we very much could see your father at some point at any time.
Well, maybe
Hopefully not
Maybe
with the
if I
situation
stayed
we're
where-
currently dealing with, but...
yes, maybe if I stayed wherever I was, then I wouldn't have even known there could be a chance for that. There's so much magic, there's so much to discover out here, and I don't know. I think I'm going to be conflicted about it, like, literally until the day I die, but it means a lot that you wanted to listen to me ramble about this. I'm sorry I sent it down the line to everyone, but it's also a huge weight off my chest, so thank you. You guys, I haven't really known you for long in the big scheme of things, but I don't think I've felt more like a part of a family than I do now. So, thank you.
And thank you for testing the blink pearls.
I don't know if it counts
They're just called blink pearls
testing.
now. Look, that's canon.
Simon,
No,
go
it
talk to your
counts
bow some more.
testing. Yeah, I don't know if
You
it
didn't
counts
know
as
that's what I was
testing. I have
doing.
no idea how to turn this off.
Why is my asshole talking to me?
Okay, so he used it as a cloaca piercing.
Oh,
That's
no!
horrible.
All right. Hi.
All of that was actually great, and then Monty had to go and say that.
No, Kiri's legitimately just like she's tearing up but laughing, like she's just thinking like I love you guys, basically.
Yeah.
I'll pick her up and give her a hug.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
Poison?
the poison, she's gloved.
Roll for poison.
I am
No.
wearing hand wraps and am fully clothed.
All right. Cool. We're going to cut over to Kai, who's going to see a blacksmith. Was it blacksmith or
Okay.
leather worker?
Well, it was the dragon scale, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. It's kind of both. You go find the guy.
Mostly the blacksmith armor, I think.
It's like a mom and pop
Well, that
shop.
was-
One's the blacksmith,
was
one's the leather
hilarious.
worker.
I don't mean to be the guy who derails the conversation real quick, but so they're lighting fireworks in my backyard,
Yeah, I'm hearing some
And,
fireworks outside my place too.
but that's not why I'm derailing. I'm derailing because they launched a firework into the window that I am standing next to.
Whoa, geez, what? Are you okay?
Free fireworks!
It literally, they went, oh fuck! And all I heard was, oh fuck! And then the firework launched and hit the window that I'm sitting right next to.
Jesus.
Now there is a circle burn mark in the window of my computer room.
That's insane. I'm just glad you're okay.
Quick,
you
use
okay?
deflect missiles!
I mean, I'm okay in the sense that I am not dead. I am not okay in the sense that I just got shot at.
Okay. Sorry to say the obvious, but have you closed your window so it doesn't happen again?
No, well, it's a door, so yes, it is closed. It's the back door, like the
Oh,
swing door.
like a yeah.
Yeah, sliding door. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
so
well,
he
good.
says-
It went through the door and through the house and all the way out the front door.
Thanks for visiting.
Anyway, okay. So, Kai, you find the blacksmith armor you had been working with. And he sees he's like, dragon armor for a big cat, right?
Yeah.
You're a pretty hard guy to forget. So come on over here. He like takes you into like the back, like into his like workshop in the back. Like, so I got it here. He's got a big like mock-up, like it's almost like a wireframe, like pommel horse, if you know what that is.
Yeah.
with little things jutting out up here that have bits of armor sitting on top of that. All green dragon scale, gleaming green leather beneath it. It's like, so does this look about right? And it shows you like all the straps and stuff you'd have to tighten down on the Displacer Beast. This took some work. I went through I don't know how many hammers and like leather knives and things like that, but like I'm really proud of this. I put a lot of work into this.
Well, it definitely looks like you put a lot of work into it.
So, your beastie, you put this on.
Yeah.
They have 6 legs, right?
Yes.
He looks down, and is like, shit. I built this. I'm gonna put 4. So there's gonna be some legs that aren't entirely armored. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
But straps here and here, kind of walks you through it all. The tentacles will be mostly unarmored with just some like on the back of where the actual like spikes on the tentacles are.
Yep.
To protect the actual like emitter bits. And there's a bit of like a helmet, like chamfer headpiece that goes across and up and around down the neck. There is allowance that your cat will still be as mobile as they are unarmored, but the important bits will also be protected by armor. I will make a note to myself to actually stat the shit out for your cat and give you control of a Displacer Beast token as well.
Okay.
For half a second, I thought that last sentence was still in character.
I drop character pretty quickly, regardless of who I'm pretending to be.
Very cool. Very cool.
But he tells you that your Displacer Beast will have immunity to poison damage and the ability to breathe underwater.
Yeah, nice.
Fun. It's going to displace the water.
That's what sailing is. You displace the water to behind you.
True.
Anyway, cool. Korath, is there anything else you particularly want to do after that whole bit with Kiri, etc.?
No, I'm just gonna go meet up.
Right.
I'm just gonna go meet up with them.
Okay. Simon,
Huh?
you are directed to a small, nondescript house in a lower middle class neighborhood. And you hear her say in your ear, "There, knock on the door."
If she asks how I've discovered this, what would you like me to say?
My weapon told me to come here.
What else can I say?
Tell her that the Lady of Vengeance sent you.
Okay. I go up and knock on the door.
As you approach the door, you can very faintly, like, through it, hear someone, like, trying not to cry and go about their day, but, like, they are not in a good emotional state.
Mm-hmm.
You knock on the door. A few minutes later, or like maybe 30 seconds later, a woman with long blonde hair, who, the best descriptive way I could say it is, looks like emotional shit.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Hasn't bathed in a few days. Just like tear-streaked face, clothes all disheveled. Just, yes, what can I help you with?
Excuse me, I'm very sorry for bothering you. I have been sent by one who wishes to only be known as the Lady of Vengeance. I can
Her
see
eyes kind of widen a little bit.
I can see that you are in a time of great emotional turmoil, and I apologize for disturbing you while you are processing, but I have been made aware of your situation with your husband and daughter, and
New tears form in her eyes as you say that.
and I'm here to see what I can do to be of assistance in resolving the situation. So, if you'd like to tell me more about them, I would like to help you get your daughter back.
Well, come in. Come in. He lets you into the room, and it's like one main large room that has like a little sort of like kitchen area on one side of the table. You can see there is a door that goes deeper into the house. There's like a little sitting room on one side by a large hearth. There are 4 chairs, like 3 large chairs and a fourth slightly smaller chair at the table. It's just my tears are pooling in the corners of her eyes as she says this. She tells you, my husband has never been the best man, at least not for years. He has had debts, I guess. At the Gilded Rose, he owed money, I guess, and they told him if he gave them our Annette, that the debt would be forgiven. And I
Got it. And I just leave. Okay.
You're not there.
I know.
This is not how a father should act. He should protect our daughter, not hand her over to those thugs. And
Simon just like respectfully nods and let her say what she needs to get said.
I suppose this makes me a bad wife, but I just want him dead. She like slams her fists on the table. I don't know what they will do to her, but I can't. I just want I want him gone, and I want my daughter back. Maybe then I can find some sort of peace.
I understand.
Maybe.
By the way, I neglected to introduce myself. My name is Simon Theodore.
Clara.
You alright there, Monty?
Clara. Yeah, I'm in character, man. Clara, it's, I suppose, nice to meet you.
And I don't know if you mentioned, like, is she human or what race is she?
She's human.
Okay. So, tell me about your husband and your daughter. Tell me their names, what they look like, and where, any idea about location, where they would have been taken, anything that you think will be of importance in locating them.
Brennan, my husband, he works at the docks in one of the warehouses, but he likes to, as he says, blow off steam down in, well, near the docks, if you understand what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
He drinks a lot. I don't know if there's anything else that he does, but I guess he got himself in some trouble doing those things. And here we are. See, she keeps like kind of rubbing one arm that initially it looks like, give me an insight check real quick. It initially just looks like a that sort of like I'm uncomfortable. I'm just trying to ease myself a little bit.
In today's episode, Simon pulls an Ithvok.
um,
Yeah, basically.
as you watch her a little more, it almost seems like she's favoring that arm a little bit too, if you understand what I mean. Um, like it's a little more sensitive for some reason.
Simon just like looks over and goes, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, it's a lot. And Annette is and tears start to fall again, but she smiles a little. Annette is the just sweetest. She's my happiness in this world. Um, she's 10 years old, um, blonde like I am, blue eyes, all laughter and playing with the other kids in the neighborhood. And I can't bear to think about what they'll do to her. I don't.
I understand, and you don't need to think about it. It's not worth wondering because I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that it doesn't happen.
You will?
I have been sent by the Lady of Vengeance to correct this wrong.
She smiles a little, even as she cries some still. Thank you so much. I don't have much I can give you, but it would mean so much to have her back.
I understand. Is there maybe a picture of each of them that you could spare that would make sure I remember that if I see them?
I've been told by family that Annette looks like me when I was younger, if that helps at all. And she gives you like a more in-depth description of her husband, including like at the very least what he was wearing the last time she saw him. He's pretty boastful, like brash, loud, wants to be heard, likes to talk, likes to think himself an important man, even if he's not.
And what was the husband's name you said earlier?
What was the name I said earlier?
It sounded like you said Brennan, but I wasn't sure I heard it right.
Brandon Lee
Yeah.
Mulligan?
We'll go with
Oh
Brennan.
god. Not again.
Oh no! Suddenly, this actually became a more
Oh
fucking
God!
problem for Simon.
Now I have to kill my hero.
Oh no. Well,
Yeah.
guys, it was nice. It was nice having this session, but with I guess Simon's gonna be leaving.
He took her to the Gilded Rose.
Is that a place I've heard the name of before?
Yeah, it's the same sort of naming convention as pleasure houses would use.
I was
That
going to
was the
say, I'd be
vibe I got.
surprised if your character specifically would know what that
Your
was.
character may have heard it in passing, but you have certainly never been there.
Yeah.
Itfolk definitely would have heard of the place for sure.
Oh, we'd have been there more than once.
Yeah. So she thanks you profusely, and asks, like says, like if there's anything else I can do to help, just let me know. I thank you so much.
Of course, I'll do what I can to help, and if any other helpful information comes up or any news, if I'm not at the Shale's Head Inn, you can leave a message for me there.
All right, thank you. Thank you. And she just sort of like walks you back out if you're all finished as well.
Yep. Simon like nods and like does a slight bow out of respect, and then
I heard the
turns to
whole
head
thing
back.
through my butt earring.
No.
Simon, were you broadcasting?
No.
Okay.
Considering time frames, that probably was right around the same time all of that went down. So that would probably have been confusing as hell for Simon.
All right, cool. What's the plan, gang? I know,
I mean,
Katsura, you hear about like a lot of the basic sort of jobs you can find. There's like a caravan escort up to Maybon that you could sit on that it's a pretty standard job. It's sort of like you got to get escort like a caravan of merchants up the road to Maybon. They claim they have valuables that need to be protected. They're worried about bandits. There's also, rumors of dragon by the Sapphire Lake.
you would immediately grab that one.
The details that it lists on this dragon are so incredibly vague. Like the wind rustled weird on this day, that sort of thing.
Sounds like paranoia.
What the fuck?
Like, give me an insight check, even though it's like you're reading, you're like, oh, this is bullshit. Cool. And like the reward is like, I'll make you dinner.
Yeah, no.
I almost want Simon to like ask them if there are any jobs at or near the Gilded Rose.
Do you ask that over the link pearl?
Yeah, because Simon doesn't know what that place is, I think he has like no qualms about just like hopping on the comms and going, "Hey, so does anyone know where the Gilded Rose is?" Just like fully not understanding what kind of place that is.
You mean the brothel?
Yeah, Korath might know what that is.
You mean the brothel?
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Details later, but I need to find someone who might be there.
Oh. Well, I could take you there.
I feel I may have misjudged you a bit, Simon.
Hold on to that.
Listen, he has to repopulate his his species somehow.
Half elf, half owls will spread across the planet.
Anyway, still going to be looking through for other jobs. Looking more for higher paying things that we're allowed to take for any reason.
I just realized I fucked up on this map that I made today a little bit. But anyway. Yeah, you yeah, like there just don't seem to be a ton that are like particularly what's the word I want to use?
Lucrative.
Particularly lucrative jobs. There's plenty that would be like, you'd make a little bit of money, but there's nothing that's like, oh yeah, we can hire a whole crew off this job.
Well, anything that's supplementary, we have time to make up the extra money.
Sure. The ones that most jump into are like the caravan job looks like it's mostly just easy for what it is. There are
he'd relay these top picks throughout the thing to everybody else.
Yeah, there's like escort mission sort of stuff, like just head out to.
There's an escort mission at the Gilded Rose.
Oh, God.
Fuck.
I don't want that mission.
a literal escort.
That's the joke.
Yes,
you see that there's a transport, like there's a shipment of cargo that needs to head to the lunar, like the lunar temple. That looks to be essentially like there's a deal already in place For this cargo, you're just getting paid transport fees. But that's, that promises like 1,750 gold pieces for a one-way shipment of cargo. It doesn't list what the cargo is.
I feel like we may need to see what the cargo is for that, but that could be something worth doing. Especially considering the piece of paper we just got.
All right. Cool. What's the plan, gang?
You want to transport drugs?
I don't know that we can use the mark we just got for this because it's not in direct service of the mission.
Yeah, it is. It's funding our war effort.
Okay, listen. I would rather transport drugs than the other thing than
Look,
transporting people.
We're either escorting a bunch of people up to Mabon, which, granted, you guys have never been there yet. We're going to the Lunar Temple for a relatively hefty paycheck, really. Or we're doing a bunch of boring escort stuff around town.
I want to go to the Luna Temple.
You want to go back?
Yeah.
Yeah, Korath did actually get to go there, didn't he? I was going to say.
Korath did. And Kier.
I knew Kiri.
Puppy.
Yeah, that's Shia.
Just
I like puppies.
Just quick thing, real quick. Did the spirit of my bow ever require me to keep the fact that I'm communing with it a secret from them? Because because I'm just wondering why they wanted to wait till I was alone, other than just not being involved in other conversations.
I think it's that, and also
weird. You talking to?
Yeah. As
Okay.
you were talking.
You hear that, Bo?
Yeah.
Yes, I understand. I can understand you
Sorry.
perfectly. My weapon that is talking to me magically.
Guys, shut up for 5 seconds. My bow's talking to me.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. My bow's
okay.
talking
So
to me.
so if there's no need to keep that a
Literally
secret,
puts the bow up to his ear.
there's no need for secrecy for that. Then I'm just gonna relay over the comms that I was contacted by the spirit of my bow, who led me to a mother who her husband was in debt and has stolen their daughter in order to sell her off to settle a debt. So that is something
I'm doing that first. Fuck all this other shit that we're doing. Fuck that. We're doing that first.
It's going to take them a few hours to load whatever they need us to transport across. Anyway, so that'll give us time to deal with whatever that situation is.
I'm burning the fucking brothel down.
No. I mean,
That's
yes,
fair.
but also no.
I
Considering
mean,
that's where the daughter is and not the husband.
Okay, I'm getting the daughter out, kicking the father in, then burning the brothel down.
I mean,
What
it
about
would
all the other people that were probably put in the exact same way the daughter was?
it wouldn't
Okay,
be
I'm
the.
getting everybody that's good out, and kicking all the kidnappers
Are you
in.
good or are you evil?
And then burning
Are you
it
good or are
down.
you evil? Out! I just want to say real quick, it's hilarious that it wouldn't be the most out of character for someone of religion to burn down a quote unquote house of sin.
I cast detect good or evil on it, on a person, and then if it comes back evil, they get tied up in the middle of the room.
That's not
Korath,
good evil.
Korath, that's not how that spell works.
That's not how
buddy.
it
I know, but it's funny, so I'm gonna say it.
I know, but it doesn't fit my narrative.
From good evil is more otherworldly shit. It detects celestials, fiends.
That said, if you go into a brothel, I still would cast that because I don't want to get a surprise succubus attacking us.
And then I'm gonna.
I want to
walk
know
into
in
the
advance
brothel
when
and
that
I'm gonna give
succubus is coming
myself
at me.
Greater restoration to get rid of the diseases that everyone
I don't want to be surprised when that succubus comes for me. I want to know in advance.
Yeah, you want to make sure that the succubus doesn't come for you, right?
Looks at camera.
I hate it here.
Yeah.
No. See, are you prepared for the incubus though?
I was
Oh,
about to say, you want the incubus too?
what the fuck was his name from Baldur's Gate? The dude in the House of Hope?
Look sideways in
Harlop also has a
demonology.
female variant, by
Yeah.
the way.
What the fuck was his name? It was an anagram of the name Raphael.
Harlep.
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 That's it. That was a fun scene.
Chuck killed him.
And if you,
Chuck fucked him to death.
and if you want,
Literally.
you can let him fuck your soul to death.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
And then he got our fucking video age gated.
Oh, gee, I wonder why. Now let's move on, please.
Are you guys doing any further research into the Gilded Rose as to what it is?
How do we even go about that?
I would let Korath roll a history check to see what further he remembers when really thinking about it. He knows what it is and where it is.
What did I remember and was not blacked out for?
No, sorry,
You're really blacked out.
I'm a fucking moron.
You're not sure how much of your soul you still have after that night with the succubus.
So wait, you know what? I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Sure, buddy.
All right.
I was gonna say, how are you still a cleric after that?
13.
So, one moment. The Gilded Rose is one of several brothels run by. There it is.
Oh my god, please.
It's gotta do the full fucking. Okay, cool, we're good.
What's the name of the guy that runs the brothel in in Final Fantasy VII?
Don Corneo.
Don Corneo, thank you. Yeah, it's run by Don Corneo.
Oh god, if we actually run into him, I'm just going to rip them off. I'm not even going to threaten him.
The Gilded Rose is one of several brothels and pleasure houses run by the Gilded Horn, which is a criminal syndicate, primarily operating brothels and similar houses of pleasure and hedonism. They are also an Asmodean cult.
Oh.
Yeah, that tracks.
Okay. I'm gonna go and get myself a nice looking dress and a nice wig.
Thunderhead?
You're gonna need a lot more than that to look like a lady.
There's a magic card at that moment where Cloud cross dresses, by the way.
There is.
Yep.
There is. Clever concealment.
Yep.
Yeah. But
after you
does
do
everyone
that
know
entire...
who Asmodeus is, aside from our lovely turtle?
Yes, I know who Asmodeus is.
I've heard the name. I
Yeah,
don't
so
know
do I.
specifics.
Asmodeus is the Grand Poobah of the Nine Hells.
Cool.
It's also the Morning Lust.
I knew it was something devilish.
I mean, there is the
Delightfully
demon
devilish,
prince
Seymour.
Rust, who is the dark prince of pleasure and pain. But that is not who we're dealing with here. I love talking about Rust. He's like the description of him in the book he appears in is very much a.
We don't need to know what you and Keo get up to, man. Come on.
That is not what I'm saying.
God, I hope
Anyway.
she's still watching.
No, she's not.
Almost definitely is.
She's not. She's not in the.
Wow. Oh, well. Anyway.
Oh yeah, her avatar's not there.
But Asmodeus's big thing is greed. Greed. Give me all the money. Give me all the hedonistic delights, etc. Yeah. So.
Oh no, I've been
why did-
shot. Whatever will I do? Deflect missiles.
So.
Pulls
think
out
that's like-
AK-47, deflect this.
Very this casual. Anyway. I think that is actually where we will call tonight's session.
I would laugh so hard because my parry we've established is permanent until he's done attacking. So I could actually parry a fucking assault rifle.
Just like Kung Fu Master with the cane.
Straight up anime moment of cutting all the bullets in half.
Cool. So this man is in debt to a pleasure house, which has very unpleasant implications for the fidelity of this married man.
In a very long string of events, this guy's indebted to hell.
Yeah.
He's already sold his soul.
I could kill him, and I could make it nice and painful too.
I cast consecration on the entire building.
Ceremony consecrate.
Hey,
Yeah.
have you seen any of the dragon scenes from the new Doom game yet?
No.
I'm going to hold the guy's mouth open and breathe fire down
Oh my
until he
god.
stops moving.
I was thinking more that like Godzilla versus the Mutos.
That is also done there, yes. Similar event.
All right. So wrapping session here. Could I get Kiri? What's your favorite moment? There were a lot of great moments tonight.
Man, it was kind of cool being. This is because remember this is my first D&D campaign, so it was cool finally having the backstory moment.
Yeah.
Feels
where
real good,
Kiri
don't it?
got to say her backstory. I was kind of panicking, but she was also kind of panicking, so hopefully that worked. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. That was really good. Do you have inspiration? Because if not, you should have inspiration now.
I don't know.
Oh, right. You're not
Yeah.
actually on
I
in the
don't
game to check.
know.
I think she
Even if
does.
she does, give her a stacked one because I have stacked anyway. So
Yeah. Also, everyone, make sure you have reset your exhaustion levels. I've noticed both Kiri and Korath had sitting exhaustion levels, which is
I have
Listen.
one, but that is not actually an exhaustion. That is a point. That is my extra inspiration. That's where I store it.
okay. So I'm actually going to turn this resource up here into inspiration, and you now have 2. Cool. All right.
Cool.
Korath.
Being able to finally talk about my backstory.
Everyone just had backstory moments tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Kai.
Definitely the broadcast moment over the pearls.
The
And picking up
airway.
the fancy armor for the displacer beast.
This has been a test of the party-wide broadcast system.
Yeah, I just thought, like, man, it would be really convenient if she could say if this could accidentally be leaked to everyone. Oh, we just got something that makes that possible.
Yep. Yeah. Simon.
I think my favorite part of that was just like the moment where she realized, uh-oh, did I accidentally broadcast that over the network? And Simon just pops up with, yes!
Yes.
Yeah, Korath like counter trauma dumps. And I was like, wait, did I say that out loud?
Did I
Yup.
say that out loud?
And Katsuro.
Just to say something a bit different from because 2 people have already said the Kiri thing. That Simon is now having a whole Ithvik moment to himself.
True.
The other warlock is having a moment where he's asked by his patron to assassinate somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not going to be an assassination. It's going to be a flat out in the middle of the street ritualistic murder.
Execution.
Yeah.
Execution.
You're going to pull out the guillotine for this guy.
Well, let me be clear. What I was asked to do by the spirit was to help her, which constitutes minimal rescuing the daughter.
Oh, we're going to help her with the divorce for sure.
Actually, I believe the spirit said make this right, and the wife's point of view on what would make this right is both killing her husband and rescuing
And
her daughter.
saving her daughter.
Yeah, but she's coming at but she's angry about it right now, so I'm wondering
You
if
also work for the Lady of Vengeance. That's not exactly a subtle aspect of that.
that is true. Because I'm
I
just like
do-
wondering if Simon would like toss him, like get him like arrested instead of murdering him.
You're just gonna officiate an extrajudicial divorce.
Very
Yeah, exactly.
extrajudicial.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ritualistic, murderous divorce.
All right. Awesome. I think that's everything for tonight. Thank you, everyone, for watching this episode of Scourge of the Dragon Sea. We should be back next week.
Asterisk.
Asterisk.
I
Same
almost
place, same
wanted to
time.
call that a red wedding, but it's not a wedding. It's a divorce. What would I
Red
call it?
divorce.
Red divorce.
That doesn't work though.
Well, since I'm orchestrating it, we can call it the blue divorce.
Talk about blue balls.
All right, thank you everyone for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
He's in debt with the pleasure house. I don't think this man has blue balls.
That will be the name of next week's episode. Would be Blue Ball Divorce.
Alright. I hope everyone has a good night. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, dingle the bingle, the whole nine.
I so love that we have just gotten permission to fight the king's enemies, and now we're going to murder someone in town.
And I'm gonna put the scroll down and be like, it was in the name of the king.
We can't go murder the king's enemies till our ship's done.
And we hit. Listen, this guy is the name is the enemy of the king because he.
Go ahead,
Fuck
logic
you.
this one out.
Actually, no, he's
This
the
is
enemy
my
of the
overkill,
king.
it's not
Wait,
like
you know
a
what?
bard.
I will actually logic it out. He's the enemy of the king
Pulls out
because
whiteboard.
he's a patron of
Sylvia.
this evil cult that is that is here that sold his daughter to a cult leader in the king's domain.
Okay, well, I'm hearing a lot of moral negatives, but nothing that outright says he's an enemy of this particular country.
Maybe
As a
the
matter of
cult
fact,
works
sounds
for the
like
king.
he goes to a pleasure house, so he actually is contributing a large amount of the money that this place comes to.
He's contributing to the economy. Well, he's actually not because he's in
Does
huge
this
debt.
brothel pay taxes?
If he's in debt, that means he's not contributing to the economy.
I don't think you can really pay tax on a daughter.
I mean, you can once.
All right, I think we're all good. Itchy, take us out.
All right, as everyone you know by now, Twitch and YouTube /Ixie Studios. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.
You forgot Dingle the Bingle.
He said it already.
I said that.
Dingle! Dingle that bingle.
Some of us
Dingle it all
listen.
night long.
Nah, didn't happen. Fake news.
Some of us listen when people talk. All right, bye.
Fake news.
Good night,
Thank you
everyone. Bye-bye.
guys. Good night.
Hey.